check this Dick's headband.
1, 2, 1, 2. In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am. I let go of fear and worry. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. When I lose myself, when I seem to have lost my way, I go inside and quiet my mind, and I can hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. Thank you. No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that whether if you come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come and let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come, love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. Or whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist, or Jew, this door is open to you. If there's some kind of trouble or pain you're going through, know that you are not alone and someone cares for you as an individualization of divine point of view. This door, oh, this door right here is open for you. Oh, this door, I'm talking about this door. I said this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. Or whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist, or Jew, this door open to you. Thank you. Thank you. You're so kind. You're so kind. My name is Prelude. Mm. Here we all are, gathered together in this place. Why are we here? What is our purpose? Spirit reveal. How do we know what's true and what's real? We may not know where life's road will lead, but it doesn't matter long as we believe that God is the answer. God is the answer. God is the answer to whatever the question may be. What's going on in this world today? Where do we fit? And what can we do to make a difference? What can we say? Where do we go? This way or that way? But if we all pray and truly believe it, don't you know we got to love one another so we can let the world see that God is the answer. God is the answer. God is the answer to whatever, the question may be. To whatever the question may be. Thank you. We're just, I'm awaiting word for the program to start, so I'm just going to keep playing songs until they tell me to stop. One thing I would like to do is acknowledge the joy that I'm feeling right now is because one of the people that I admire most in the world, Miss Amy Steinberg, is here. It's not because she's just a wonderful person, but she's a genius. She's brilliant. She writes, sings. She's an artist, and amazing art, amazing talent. So just to be in her presence, every time I'm in her presence, it's just a total joy for me. And then to be here to celebrate my friend Cindy Grimes and what's going on in her life, I am very, very, very happy and excited to be here. You're welcome. You're welcome. And also, I see Mary Ann sitting out there. As a matter of fact, this is the room that we met in 7 years ago. That may not be important to you, but it's important to me. See, some people I got to make sure y'all clap on 2 and 4. You know what I mean? There you go. There we go. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. Woo! Take a look at the person next to you. Now do it. Say, God loves you and I love you too. Feel the love in the sanctuary. A lot of love in here. Lift your voice and repeat after me. Oh, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, from every walk of life, every creed and color, in kinship we unite. In honor of the God in each other. Ooh, take a look at the person next to you. Say, namaste, I bow to you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. That was pretty good, y'all. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together in the name of love. Oh, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love.
Thank you, Eddie Watkins Jr. What an amazing opening to such an amazingly beautiful event.
All right.
Okay, we would like to begin our ministerial procession, beginning with Reverend Ed Tansey, founding minister of CSL Greater Boston, minister at large. Reverend Rick McCollum, Dean, School of Spiritual Leadership, Florida campus. Reverend Dr. Peggy Hostetler, retired from CSL Ocala and Greater Orlando CSL. Reverend Teresa Feverts, founding senior minister, CSL Cultural Coast in Sarasota, Florida. Reverend Gay Lynn Grigas, Unity Minister, licensed mental health counselor. Reverend Teresa Slusher, staff minister at Miracle Center for Spiritual Living, Cleveland Heights, Ohio. Reverend Rodney Giddens, founder, senior minister, One Love Center for Spiritual Living, Brooklyn, New York. Reverend John Harold Moore, Family Constellations Facilitator, A Course in Miracles teacher and student, greater friend of the awesome CSL Ocala community. Reverend G. Stewart, founding minister of CSL Greater Boston, minister at large. Reverend Beth Linguri, CSL Geneva, Switzerland, retired. Reverend Don Hanna, First Methodist Okeechobee. Pastor David Grigas, World Federation of Practical Christianity, Ocala, Florida. And if everyone would stand for our very own Reverend Cindy Cotto Grimes, CSL Ocala.
Welcome, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us. It's so wonderful to be here with everyone today, celebrating this momentous occasion in CSL Ocala's whole experience as we do this together. At this time, I would like to find out if anybody has never been here before. Raise your hand. Oh my gosh, you're among family! And now look at that, a new family member. Thank you so much for coming. I can't say enough about this wonderful person today that we are honoring. All of you know my heart is full, right? And I'm not going to cry up here, so let's go ahead and start. I also would like to read a letter from Reverend Catherine. She was the dean of school when Reverend Cindy Grimes was a student. My dear Reverend Cindy, it is my pleasure to write this letter of congratulations to be read during this most auspicious occasion of your ordination. This is an incredible time in your spiritual journey that you're committing to serve God and be a minister for the rest of your life. When I was researching my computer files for things that I had saved from your journey throughout ministerial classes, I joyously share your biography written in our Ministers as Teachers class. So important for everyone to know and you to remember how spectacularly ready you are to make this commitment. Quote, at Centers for Spiritual Living, we hold a vision for creating a world that works for all. Reverend Cindy Grimes believes the understanding, practices, and principles needed to bridge the gap from where we are to where we can be already exists. She believes New Thought churches and centers are uniquely suited to empower individuals and communities to manifest that vision, and the time has come for us to take action. Before stepping into the pulpit at Center for Spiritual Living Ocala in 2015, Cindy worked as a social worker, child protective investigator, teacher, entrepreneur, magazine publisher, workshop facilitator, and more. The common thread in those experiences is the desire to facilitate individual and collective healing and transformation. She is passionate about Centers for Spiritual Living and teaching restorative practices in schools, prisons, workplaces, and spiritual communities. In addition to serving as senior minister at CSL Ocala, Cindy is a founding director with Circle Up Center for Practical Peace Building. Her experiences as a wife, mother, and grandmother make her presentations fun, relevant, and life-changing. End quote. She wrote that, y'all. Fortuitous, huh? Yes. Blessings and love, Reverend Catherine. And at this time, I would like to introduce our presiding minister, Reverend Ed Tansey, Greater Boston.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I won't sing, so have no fear. Okay, so I'm called to explain to people what is ordination, since this is an ordination ceremony. So I'll explain Reverend Cindy's journey to arrive at this sacred celebration today, her ordination ceremony. The first thing I'm going to do is break it down two ways. The first way is going to be more of the bureaucratic track of what must be done, and then I'll give you the mystic track, which I like myself, okay? So the bureaucratic track. It first began when Cindy, Reverend Cindy, took 6 to 7 certificated classes with CSL, Centers for Spiritual Living. And that roughly took between a year and 2.5 years, depending how quickly, she took the six, or six, She took the long track just for that first leg. But I kind of wanted to be a little more concise saying that. Okay, then after she did complete those 6 or 7, it depends on what year you began, she then applied and was accepted in a 2-year practitioner training program, and she successfully completed. Now that was 2 years, right, Reverend Cindy? Okay. All right. Now, after that, she applied and was accepted into the Center for Spiritual Living ministerial program. Normally, usually, it's 3 to 5 years. We do know some ministers, Reverend Cindy. We know a few ministers who took like 6 years, but a strong minister today. But Reverend Cindy, I believe it was 4 years. Okay, she took 4. Let me write that down. I hope you have your calculators with you. Okay, so, all right, now I'm laughing, but boy, those years, quite a bit of work, as you would believe. So after the ministerial program, she really successfully completed that, but that included, at the end, 6 final exams, numerous oral panelings, okay? And then after that, she passed all of that, she became a licensed minister of CSL, Center for Spiritual Living. Many denominations, when you graduate from their seminary, as they call it, they automatically become ordained, but not for Centers for Spiritual Living. Right, ministers? No. There was 3 more years, literally, of working under a mentor or mentors and say that again, a sponsor or sponsors for a minimum of 3 years. So it was like you're doing like your student teaching, so to speak, but you do your beginning ministry practice. So after the 3 years minimum, and it depended on our consciousness, she then was interviewed by a panel of 3 ordained ministers who made the recommendation to the Leadership Council of CSL. And it was this council that granted the official title of ordained minister to all of the successful candidates. So an ordained minister is the most honored and sacred rites of passage for the center she serves. Centers for Spiritual Living confers upon Reverend Cindy the title of Ministry in Perpetuity. She is a minister for life. She is a minister for eternity. That's what this means, okay? She's a minister for life. The universe we're so blessed to have your consciousness coming forth as you do. So now to the mystic side. The mystic says that the ordination confers a lifelong status of love in the name of spirit on Reverend Cindy, who has answered the minister's call. It shows her community that they have faith in her faith. She is the light. She is the light when people feel lost, and the light even when she feels lost. She draws from the universe peace, love, and wisdom. So, Reverend Cindy, congratulations. You are a gift to everyone. Blessings, my dear. And if you had a calculator, by the way, that was 10 years or more. It's not like the 24-hour ministry online, just to let you know. Okay, now, all right. So I'd like to call Reverend George Stewart, who will do our invocation.
Thank you, Rev Ed. So let's set the tone for this beautiful thing. Let's move into our heart space. Let's move into that divine center, wherever it is, at the center of our being. For me, it's in my heart. and recognize and realize that there is an infinite universal power, a presence, a reality that is beyond this human experience. This presence and this power that Ernest Holmes called the thing itself is awake and aware and alive in all of creation. It is awake and aware and alive in this room right here and right now with all of the love that is filling this space. And knowing that this power and this presence is individualizing itself as each and every one in this room and as myself, as Rev Cindy, as all of our beautiful ministers who are here, and every individual in the room and all throughout creation. That this oneness opens the heart of the universe and opens my heart right here and right now to claim and declare this activity, this ordination, this stepping through into a greater way of being, I know is blessed. And that each one is blessed. And that Reverend Cindy is absolutely the light of the world today. And we feel that light, and we know that light. And that light will continue throughout the rest of her journey. So in gratitude for knowing that this perfect activity is already complete in the mind of the divine, I simply allow this word to fall into the activity of law where I know it is fulfilled and done. And so in gratitude and thanksgiving, I simply say, blessed be, amen, ashe, gracias Dios. This is all good and very good. And join with me in saying, and so it is, and now it is.
Thank you, Rev G. And now our lovely Amy Steinberg will grace us with her talent.
Go on.
Oh.
Reverend Cindy, you change lives, you save lives, you uplift us all, and this is for you. You could go ahead and tiptoe through your life, digging in the dirt, you could stress on the strife. I'm gonna fly past the worry and the pain today. I'm flying on faith. I'm flying on faith. You could cry all night about the things that you hate, so dissatisfied in so many ways, but I'm gonna find a way to celebrate today. I'm flying on faith. I'm flying on faith. Are you learning it? All right, listen up. I picked up my baggage and I threw it out the door, not looking back, because the past is such a bore. I'm gonna stand with the moon, with the stars up in my face today. Today, I'm flying on faith. I'm flying on faith. So now you know that part, kind of, right? So when we get to that part, y'all sing, I'm flying on faith. Try it. I'm flying on faith. You got it. All right. See, you can hurry full of worry, let the fear take you out. Imagining the worst overcome with doubt. There's no way to know, knowing is the way today. I'm flying on faith. You got it. I'm flying on faith. All right, now see if you remember this part. I picked up my baggage and I threw it out the door. No looking back, because the past, it's such a stinking bore. I'm gonna stand with the moon, with the stars up in my face today. 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 And especially tonight. What are we doing? I'm flying on faith. One more time. I'm flying on faith. Yeah. See, you can go ahead and tiptoe through your life, digging in the dirt, you could stress on the strife, but I'm gonna fly past the worry and the pain today. I'm flying on faith. I'm flying on
Thank you. And now I'd like to invite Reverend John Moore, who is a minister, family counselor at the Family Constellation Facilitator and student and teacher of A Course in Miracles and grateful friend of CSL Ocala, Reverend John Moore.
Thank you, Reverend Ed. I added that grateful friend to CSO Ocala because it feels so good to be back in this room. I've had so many wonderful experiences here with Cindy and this community. When I do a family constellation workshop, this community is all in. Like almost everybody that can stay, stays. And it's such an honor. So much healing has happened. So thank you, Cindy, for inviting me to be part of this really special night. I can't think of a better title than Actualize Joy. So she's asked me to do a reading from Let Your Life Speak, Listening for the Voice of Vocation by Parker Palmer. We arrive in this world with birthright gifts. Then we spend the first half of our lives abandoning them or letting others disabuse use of them. As young people, we are surrounded by expectations that may have little to do with who we really are. Expectations held by people who are not trying to discern our selfhood, but to fit us into slots. In families, schools, workplaces, and religious communities, we are trained away from true self, trained away from true self toward images of acceptability. Under social pressures like racism and sexism, our original shape may be deformed beyond recognition. And we ourselves, driven by fear, too often betray true self to gain the approval of others. We are disabused of original giftedness in the first half of our lives. Then, if we are awake, aware, and able to admit our loss, we spend the second half trying to recover and reclaim the gift we once possessed. Today, I understand vocation, not as a goal to be achieved, but as a gift to be received. Discovering vocation does not mean scrambling towards some prize just beyond my reach, but accepting the treasure of true self I already possess. Vocation does not come from a voice out there calling me to be the person I was born to be. Skipped a line. Does not come from a voice out there calling me to become something I am not. It comes from a voice in here calling me to be the person I was born to be, to fulfill the original selfhood given me at birth by God. Our deepest calling is to grow into our own authentic selfhood, and we do so, we will not only find the joy that every human being seeks, we will also find our path of authentic service in the world. True vocation joins self and service, as Frederick Buckner asserts when he defines vocation as, I love this, the place where your deep gladness meets the world's deep need. So beautiful and so powerful. And, you know, I would use those words to describe our beloved Cindy, both her and her energy that she brings to a room. All that you heard the list of jobs she had before this one or during this one, and it's a lot. And I would say that she was a minister absolutely during all of them. I like to think of minister as a verb. We're all ministering to each other all the time, whether we claim that title or not. But that's what we're here to do, is help someone that might be lost or struggling or not sure. And so I see that in this woman right here. I had the honor of meeting her at the Big Sky Retreat in Montana. And then I think it was 2021, she was a featured speaker, and she gave one of the most powerful talks I've experienced at that retreat. And I don't think that anyone left that room not changed by her presentation and her presence and her love that just spills out into a room. So I am so, so honored to be a part of this celebration, that we are marking this milestone of what this woman has already accomplished, and I can't wait to see what she does, because she does. That deep gladness meets the world's deep need. Thank you, Cindy. I love you.
Thank you, Reverend John. Share with you what we believe in our declaration of principles as Centers for Spiritual Living believes. So, Reverend Teresa Slusher, staff minister at Miracle Center for Spiritual Living in Cleveland Heights, Ohio. Welcome to the podium. Okay.
So What We Believe, written by Ernest Holmes. We believe in God, the living Spirit Almighty, one, indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause. This one manifests itself in and through all creation, but is not absorbed by its creation. The manifest universe is the body of God. It is the logical and necessary outcome of the infinite self-knowingness of God. We believe in the individualization of the Spirit in us, and that all people are individualizations of the one Spirit. We believe in the eternality, the immortality, and the continuity of the individual soul, forever and ever expanding. We believe that heaven is within us, and that we experience it to the degree that we become conscious of it. We believe the ultimate goal of life to be a complete freedom from all discord of every nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all. We believe in the unity of all life, and that the highest God and the innermost God is one God. We believe that God is personal to all who feel the indwelling presence. We believe in the direct revelation of truth through our intuitive and spiritual nature, and that anyone may become a revealer of truth who lives in close contact with the indwelling God. We believe that the universal Spirit, which is God, operates through a universal mind, which is the law of God, and that we are surrounded by the creative mind, which receives the direct impress of our thought and acts upon it. We believe in the healing of the sick and control of conditions through the power of the mind. We believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life to all. We believe in our own soul, our own spirit, and our own destiny. For we understand that the life of all is God. And so it is.
I am the peace where God shows up. Place. Peace. Place. Eddie Watkins. Here we go.
Am I strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes come living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? Will I have the health of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place. You are the place. We are the place where God shows up. I am the place. You are the place. We are the place where God shows up. Clap your hands and sing it with me, y'all. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Now look at the person next to you and say, you are the place. You are the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. You are the place where God shows up. Yes, you are. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. We are the place. We are the place. Thank you, Eddie Watkins. And now it's my honor to call up to this podium Reverend Teresa Fiebert. Right. Yes, she will be, what she will be doing, giving the ordination message this evening. Reverend Teresa is the founding senior minister of Centers for Spiritual Living Cultural Coast in Sarasota, Florida. Reverend Teresa.
Eddie, that was a perfect song for me to follow. That's just great. Love it. I just want to dance, right? That's good stuff. I am so happy to be here. I am so thrilled to be here. To honor my dear Cindy, yeah, and to be with all of you. That's a real treat, too. It's a privilege. It's a privilege. What I have been hearing since before I got here on Wednesday? Yeah, it was a long week. What I have been hearing since before I got here and even from Cindy, that this event, this week, tonight, is all about bringing her worlds together. And that is so. I recognize you. Yeah. That's what she's done, is bringing her worlds together tonight. Right here, we're witnessing that. What a privilege. I'm grateful that I fit in to that, right? I'm grateful that I fit in. I'm sure you're feeling the same way. See, I went to school with Cindy. We've had a lot of fun. She graduated 2 years ahead of me, but she hung around. She was still very involved with all of us, and we had a lot of adventures during school, after school. We went on cruises. I mean, we have had some fun together. We have cried together. We have witnessed one another in some very, very deep, meaningful ways. What a privilege, right? So I fit in there. But you know what? Everybody fits in, right? Everybody fits in. Everybody has a seat at Cindy's table. Isn't that so? Everybody has a seat at her table. Everybody is included in her circle. You do circles here. Everybody's included in that circle. Everybody's welcomed in that circle. And you know, in a circle, there is no hierarchy. You feel that with her, don't you? Yeah. What a privilege. What a gift. What a gift. Now let me say, if you're going to sit in circle with Cindy, or you're going to sit at a table with Cindy, it's not stagnant, though, is it? There's going to be some work to do, right? Right? Yeah. Even if we're in silence together, we're doing work, right? If we're meditating together, we're doing work. We're doing good work. We're playing together, we're doing work. We're singing and loving and dancing together, we're doing work. Yeah. That divine work that Cindy's called to, that she invites us all to be a part of. Yeah, that's the work that we do. So this week, Cindy had an idea in her head, I know, a purpose for bringing us together. For her colleagues, her ministerial friends, we've had the privilege of combining our science of mind teaching with peace building. Yeah? And it's been a really, really good thing for each one of us that have been involved. It's been a really good thing. And just as John alluded to, Cindy's presence does so much for each one of us. Cindy's presence is healing. Her presence is healing. So whether we're in the silence, we're meditating, we're playing, there's a healing going on. At that table or in that circle, there's a healing going on. And that healing starts with being seen, being heard. Yeah, right? Being seen, being heard, and being known. You feel that with Cindy when she's in front of you, don't you? Yeah. Wow. What a privilege. And that's healing. Because outside this door, we don't always get that, do we? There's places we go where we're not seen and we're not heard. Yeah. But if you're in Cindy's presence, you have that, always. Yeah. It is said that Ernest Holmes was a great synthesizer. He is the founder of this teaching. And what he did was he combined philosophy, science, religion, and created something new. Another idea, a more expansive idea by combining those ideas. And it's the science of mind philosophy, this way of life. Cindy is a synthesizer, not unlike Ernest Holmes. She is most definitely a synthesizer, where you take two or more concepts and you put them together and you get something greater, something beyond, something that hasn't been seen yet. Yeah, something advanced. Yeah. Cindy is a synthesizer and a synergizer. Synergistic guide. How's that sound? Synergistic guide. That's her, right? That's her. She's collaborative from the moment I met her. That was the thing that really stood out to me. Bringing everybody to the table. Yeah, giving us all ownership, responsibility. Yeah, right. She's creative. She's an innovator. And she's taken our movement somewhere. Yeah. And it's coming from, I believe, that deep sense within Cindy that there's always something greater. No matter what we're involved in, no matter what's going on in that moment, no matter what her trouble might be or someone else's problem might be, she knows that there's always something greater trying to be revealed. She knows that. That's what she believes. That's what she lives from. And she invites that possibility for each one of us. She invites us to find that possibility for ourselves by being herself. Right? Because it's who God brought her here to be. It's who she was born to be. Was that synthesizer, that synergistic guide. Yeah. Cindy's life, I believe, is about service to that greater unborn idea. Always, no matter what we're doing with her, there's something else that's going to be discovered. There's something else that's going to unfold. There's something else. Always. She lives from that, and I believe that's her service to that. And she invites us to do that with her. She invites us. That's what this event is. We're celebrating Cindy and her accomplishments and her achievements, but she's inviting us, right, to actualize joy. It's not just for her, that idea, actualize joy. It's not just for her. And what are we doing when we actualize something? Again, it's a verb, right? We're bringing something forward. We're accomplishing something. We're realizing something. We're bringing something from the infinite unseen into form. We're realizing something. We're producing something. Thought leader Derek Rydell said this. I love this. True joy is the actualization of your potential. Cindy knows that. She lives that. It's the actualization of your true potential. There's no greater joy than being of service, he says, fulfilling your highest purpose. That's not Cindy's work alone. That's each one of us. Each one of us are called to do that, for sure. So, Cindy's service is to bring us into that place of joy, to help us, to usher, to guide, to lead us to that place. And I believe it's also in part because of her commitment to this idea of a world that works for everyone and everything, right? Yeah. So that all people are seen, heard, respected, all life, all sentient being is valued. That's the table of Cindy's. That's the circle of Cindy, right? Is that place that she creates where everyone is valued. Everybody feels that in Cindy's presence. And I have watched over these years, what do we determine? I'm forgetting already. 6, 7, 8 years? I don't know. Since we met, I have watched Cindy's circle grow. Just grow and grow and grow and expand and expand and expand. And so I myself am really honored to join her quest to bring peace building together with science of mind, to make our circles larger and larger and include more and more and more, to follow her example, to break molds. Cindy's a mold breaker. Yeah, right? Yeah. I don't know what we call that, but we'll leave that for another conversation. She's a mold breaker. Yeah. Yeah. And to put the centers of for spiritual living in the common vernacular so that we are known. We are known as the communities who accept and love and rejoice and celebrate and see all experience and all people. Yeah, right where they are. And then help them actualize joy for themselves. And to experience joy in all life, in all places. The sacred work Cindy's doing, expanding hearts and minds. Yeah. And this is a holy rite of passage that we're all getting to witness as we see Cindy empowered. Each one of us are empowered. Each one of us are actualizers of joy. Can you commit to that? Yeah. Can you commit to supporting Cindy and actualizing joy? Yeah. Yeah. I know she commits to you. Yep. This is a good day. Good day. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Teresa. And now Amy Steinberg will be playing You Are the Light. You Are the Light.
I just want to say that something about Cindy really quickly. Cindy makes me feel like my best self when I'm around her. And not only does Cindy make me feel like that, but everybody that is in Cindy's community makes me feel like that. Donna and Norma and Pam and everybody that comes here makes me feel like my best self. And that is truly the most incredible thing in the world, just echoing what you just said. And then I just want to say that all afternoon we sat and we had some busy work that we did. And we worked on what we're doing tomorrow, which is definitely breaking the mold. We're going to try something so new and fun tomorrow. And that you're going to be able to see what we've been talking about here if you come and be with us tomorrow and do, at 11 a.m. Yeah. So this is for you again. She requested these songs. These are her jukebox tonight. And let me just say one more thing about this song. This song is about this teaching. Once you know this teaching, you can't unknow it. Right? Because it's so simple. My eyes are wide and open. My eyes can see. And my mind is full of knowing. My mind believes I am awake. Sing that with me. I'm awake. I am awake. And once you know where your freedom lies, you can't go back and close your eyes. The truth, it cannot be denied. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. My heart is clear and growing. My heart can see. And my soul is full of knowing. My soul believes. I am awake. Come on, sing it with me now. I am awake. One more time, we sing it. I am awake. And once you know where your freedom lies, you can't go back and close your eyes. The truth, it cannot be denied. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. Yeah. I said, you are the light, you are the light, you are the light. That's right. See, once you know where your freedom lies, you can't go back and close your eyes. The truth, it cannot be denied. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. Yeah, sing that with me. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. All right, I'm going to teach you a harmony. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. Let me hear it. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. All right, let's sing that out. Come on. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. Turn to somebody and tell them. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. Pick somebody else. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. Now I invite you to close your eyes for a moment and picture yourself and sing it to yourself, all right, with your heart. Here we go. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. One more time for you and your little inner child. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. Now sing it to Cindy. Come on. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. Get a clap going, get a clap going. Sing. You are the light, you are the light, you are the 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 light, you are the light. Come on, one more time we sing. You are the light, you are the light, you are the time. Last time, just voices, no clap. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light.
Yes. Breathe that in. Wow. Okay. Now, the ordination ceremony is really now going to actually be presented. And it's going to be done by our presenting minister, Reverend Rick McCullum, and our ordaining minister, Reverend Dr. Peggy Hostella. Now, Reverend Peggy, my goodness. You have, and I say this in the most complimentary way, you've been around a long time. And by that I mean the lives you've touched by being a minister in this center, by being involved in the Florida campus, so many things you've done. So you're from like all over because you go all over. You know, you take some time off and you're back in it. You're back, you know, so you are just, you're like an ever-ready battery, like you keep on going and going, and thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. And now, Reverend Rick McCullum, let's see here. He is the dean of the Florida Campus School of Spiritual Leadership, the new dean. So let's give him an amazing round. And being one of the first graduates, not that I'm tooting my horn, but being one of the first graduates, and Cindy, George, and Rodney, you know, but even though you took that long road, Rodney, you know, I must say, though, that I feel really so strong that I know that you are going to be taking our campus to the next level, as so many of the people of this philosophy. So anyway, you don't want to hear from me, no more from me, but I turn this now over to these two wonderful ministers.
So I say welcome to everyone here. Thank you for being here for this celebration of Cindy's ordination. Now, ordination, you have heard, is when a minister has an authorization from some religious body that they can now carry out certain spiritual aspects or activities in their ministry for their local congregation. I have to tell you a secret. It may not be a big secret. Reverend Cindy's ordination, her setting aside and being authorized to be that minister for life, actually occurred, the sacred moment was August 25th, 2019. That was the day that Centers for Spiritual Living conferred on her that ordination, that blessing of, yes, let your light shine, be the minister that you have been called to be. So today is really just kind of a reenactment of what happened, because it's kind of anticlimactic when it happens there, because you're with these people, just 3 or 4 people, and all of a sudden they tell you, okay, you have now passed your panel, so you are ordained. And I had a minister, when it happened to me, say, don't miss your sacred moment. This is a sacred moment when they tell you that. But then they ask us, and Cindy had to do this, raise her hand, and promise that she would come back to her spiritual community and celebrate with a party and have a service like this. So we're kind of reenacting today that ordination, and I am so happy to be here to do that. And I know for a definite fact that Cindy Cotto Grimes was ordained many, many years ago. Spirit put its call on her life and into her life and called her to lead the world in new ways. She's answered that call, and she has been living that call to help love the world, heal the world, and move it, encourage it to live in new ways. So that synergy that Reverend Teresa talked about, that bringing of her worlds together, is what we have here, and I just say thank you. Thank you to all of her worlds for showing up to support her in this sacred event. Her musical friends that are here to inspire her and love her. Her spiritual community that's here to witness with her and celebrate with her. Her beloved family that loves her and has supported her. I've seen them as I've been in and out of this community, being here for different events, to love their wife, their daughter, their mother, their grandmother. So thank you to her family for being here. To her River Phoenix peace-building family, thank you for being here. All of these worlds coming together, minister friends that have supported her. It's time for her to step into that ordination. Okay, I think I've said enough. Come on up here, Reverend Peggy. Let's do this for her.
Step up here. Yes. Down here. Yeah, wherever you'd like to be. Are you convinced, and I'm speaking to Reverend Rick, that this person, Reverend Cindy Grimes, whom you are presenting, is prepared and worthy for the office and work of an ordained minister of religious science?
Absolutely! Yes! She is prepared, she is ordained, and she is living her ministry now.
Yes.
Okay, I have no place in the program where I'm supposed to say anything, Ed, from my heart. But this is the moment because I'm taking it. Yeah. Okay, so let's go way back. That was what Reverend Ed said. As a matter of fact, Reverend Cindy was born the year I graduated from high school. So this, and we didn't know each other then. But there is this long history that there was, when she did show up here, and at that time we were meeting, I had been the minister here for several years, and we were renting a space because this room had not been enlarged, and our sanctuary was from here over. That was the size sanctuary that we had. And so we rented a space around the corner at a realty office meeting room, and she showed up. It was a brunch Sunday. There was something about her as we sat down to eat, you know. I would, as the minister, have an opportunity to go sit with somebody. You know, I could sit with people that I already knew. I could sit with people that were new. This lady had her tractor beam running. And it drew me right to her, and we sat and chatted for the first time. I still remember that very well, and we're talking about 2001, 2002, somewhere in there. And then I had the wonderful privilege to see her enjoy what we did. feel an affinity for what we did. As a matter of fact, and I just was thinking of that today, her kids were young at the time, and we didn't really have a teenage teacher for the kids. And she wanted to do that, and so guess where she chose to teach the kids? There wasn't a room there for them. She didn't want to share space with anything else going on. She taught them in the storage room.
It's the only place big enough.
It was big enough, and I thought, well, the kids, do they like that? And so here we come forward, and she did take classes, and I had the privilege of teaching her, facilitating. You know, we don't teach in this movement. We facilitate the learning of people because we know it's inside of them. And there's this affinity for what our teaching says and what's already in their heart. And so I had an opportunity to facilitate Reverend Cindy from the very beginning in Foundations class, and Reverend Beth, who's in Switzerland, was in that very same class in the early 2000s, and Beth went on to become a minister, and Reverend Cindy became a practitioner here, and then by the time she was going to ministerial school, I was also teaching in the School of Ministry. And I knew as I was coming to the close of my ministry, and I knew for some reason I was to be serving this community for 20 years when I started in 1995. I don't know how I knew that, but I knew that God would provide the one to follow me. And that was the year that Reverend Cindy graduated from ministerial school and stepped into that role. And how perfect was that? I could step away knowing that, talking about taking things to new heights, that she was going to build and bring something new to this community that I couldn't do. I was also called to be somewhere else for a while and help do some work in Orlando, but I had every faith in Reverend Cindy's understanding of the teaching, her connection with the community, both here in this building and through all of this area, her bringing into her world places and people she had not yet met. And such fun for me to come back now in a capacity where I get to be the one to ordain her. And such a privilege that is tonight. Yes. Okay, let's keep going here. This candidate has been found to be prepared and living to receive ordination in the Centers for Spiritual Living, having now completed long ago the required period of licentiate ministry. We are gathered here to witness a magnificent ceremony of initiation, welcoming, and transformation. Ordination is an initiation of a licensed minister into the lifelong call of ministry. It is a welcoming on behalf of the family of ordained ministers of our faith of one more into their ranks. Reverend Cindy, our presenting minister, will now charge you with your ministerial commitment.
Charge! She's coming through. Reverend Cindy, the ties of a minister to her ministry represent a bond that is sacred. It's empowering, it's safe, it's constant, and with this ceremony, it is everlasting. With ordination, you step into a new life of spiritual service and commitment. Ministry, with its glorious moments of holy revelation and its changing moments of messy group dynamics. You know a few things about that, I bet. Becomes your lifelong passion, your classroom, and your crucible. Today, we celebrate your path of no return. You have become a minister for life. Out of all the possibilities for giving your gifts to the world, you have chosen to be a minister for Centers for Spiritual Living. This is a tremendous blessing to us. And we want to make sure that your path through ministry continues to be a blessing to you. Over the years, your ministry will change, believe it or not. But your unchanged commitment to spirit and to what you are doing to bring change and love and light to the world will not change. Cindy, don't hold back. Like she would. Give all the wisdom, the organizational skills, and all the love you have. Of course, love is the most important part. A minister must have a breadth of heart that holds others' hearts, comforts, heals, remains deep enough to serve her own spiritual needs as well. Take care of yourself. Don't be an island. Seek help and support that you need. Get the rest, and take breaks. Some people might have to help you with that. Grady. Remember that you're committed to this for life, and life is long. Let your thoughts be centered in the divine and seek to know the Holy One in every person you meet. So I charge you, my dear friend, to teach, heal, love, and minister to all. May the peace of God be in your heart. May the truth of God be expressed through your words. May the light of God move through you and through your hands of service to the world. The world awaits your mighty gifts. So let your light shine bright, my friend. People want and need the gifts that you have to offer. Your gifts of light, truth, guidance. Your spiritual community, your family, your friends here, your minister colleagues, we're all assembled here to cheer you on. Yes, and we say, go inspire the world.
Oh, by the way, Reverend Rick enhanced the script, by the way. Did a good
Cindy
job.
doesn't have to fit in the box, and neither do I.
Reverend Cindy, the Centers for Spiritual Living has consented to this convening of this ordination service in recognition of the fact that your ministry is precious to it. This center offers this celebration to demonstrate your sincerity and commitment to its ever-enlarging dream of growth in consciousness that will lift the human spirit and heal a troubled world. You have heard the charge offered by Reverend Rick, our presenting minister. Are you prepared to take your vows to become a minister for life in the Centers for Spiritual Living?
I am.
Do you dedicate yourself to respond faithfully to the needs of all those who call upon you? Will you bring the very best that you are into your ministry for the love of the people you serve and for your own deepening?
I will. I do. I don't know. What am I
Yeah,
supposed
I
to say?
will. I will. The question was, will you? Yes.
Already married.
That had two questions. One was an I do and the other was an I will. Okay. Okay, the invitation now is to fold your hands over your heart as a symbol of the sanctity with which you take these vows. Reverend Cindy, do you promise to love and be loyal to the teaching of the science of mind?
I do.
And to the ministry you serve? Do you promise to minister to all those who come to you to the best of your ability and seek to see the face of God in all people? Do you promise to maintain your own spiritual practice so that your relationship with Spirit is always fresh and new? And do you promise to promote harmony, peace, and right action wherever you find you are called to minister? And now I should say, and if so, the answer is I do, but she's been doing it all along. Now please repeat after me. I, Reverend Cindy Grimes,
I, Reverend Cindy Grimes,
commit to my ministry for my lifetime.
commit to my ministry for my lifetime.
I promise to open my life to God
I promise to open my life to God
so that I may hear what is mine to do.
so I may hear what is mine to do.
I promise to tenderly care
I promise to tenderly care
for all who come to me in spiritual need.
for all who come to me in spiritual need.
From this day forward, I will seek to make the world
From this day forward, I will seek to make the world
a place of increased love and peace and joy.
a place of increased love and peace and joy.
I send my word forth
I send my word forth
to heal and to prosper,
to heal and to prosper.
and I pray that God is fulfilled in, through, and as me.
And I pray that God is fulfilled in, through, and as me.
And now I get to touch you, beloved Reverend Cindy, because you have been found eminently qualified for ordination, and because you have made your sacred vows in front of your colleagues and friends, by the authority vested in me by the Centers for Spiritual Living, I now confer upon you ordination as a minister for spiritual living. Congratulations. I can't just touch you. And I invite you to receive all that love. Yes. Okay. The Centers for Spiritual Living has a special gift for you. And of course, Reverend Cindy received this 4 years ago now and had trouble finding it, but her daughter-in-law did. Okay, there we go. I'm going to describe it first, Grady, and let everyone have a look at it. Isn't it lovely? And it's so much more colorful than my ordination stole was from 1998. I wanted to get a new one. The stole that we now confer on this newly ordained minister is a symbol of commitment to the promises she has already made, devotion to a life of spiritual service, and a reminder that the power of the Infinite One is available to all present whenever this minister wears this stole in years to come. It is a garment of spiritual power. Your ordination stole is purple and gold, and though colors mean different things to different people, among people of faith, purple is understood to be the color of devotion, mystery, peace, and nobility. Purple combines the calm stability of blue and the fierce energy of red. It is trimmed in gold, which is intimately linked with divinity. Gold symbolizes wealth used wisely and represents illumination, love, compassion, and courage. The satin fabric is a reminder that your ministry, just like your life, is woven from the threads of many people, events, and understandings, and it is all of these many different experiences that make your life as well as your ministry strong and a beautiful tapestry of truth. The smooth quality of satin reminds us that in rough spots of our ministry, if we lean into our spiritual being, it is one of smoothness, beneath and ever present in the midst of life's challenges. The Science of Mind symbol expresses the triune nature of God, which continually reveals itself in the heart of our lives, reminding us that spirit descends into and expresses as all form, and that all is sacred, all is divine. Every time you wear this stole, you are linked with all the clergy and spiritual teachers around the globe and around the centuries, across the centuries. You carry upon your shoulders the form and essence of your ministry, clarity, love, and the strength of a great philosophy and a rich and fulfilling way of life. This stole is a loving blessing to you and to all you bless in your ministry. Reverend Cindy, the time has come for you to accept this symbol of spiritual power. May it be that each time you put the stole on your shoulders or your ironing board, for all the years of your ministry that you draw strength from every spiritual worker from time immemorial who has also donned a garment of spiritual power. May you remember the love that accompanies the presentation of this stole here today. When you wear this garment, may you always enter the clarified partnership with the divine. Now is the time to bestow the stole, and you've chosen your husband Grady, obviously, to bestow the stole upon you. Let me say that again. So that you've chosen Grady, your husband, to bestow the stole upon you. So we're so glad Grady is already here. Okay. Okay. So you get to put it around her shoulders, Grady. Okay. Point down in the back, yes.
Yes. And speaking of off script, I'll tell you, I was a handful as a husband back in the day, and I'm sure I am a big reason what drove her to this. So I'd just like to say you're welcome. Without me, she wouldn't be here with you.
You're so right. So right.
I can't believe you're not crying.
So right.
Don't go away, Reverend Cindy. Yes. Okay. The ordination ceremony is complete. And let's all ministers stand in honor of Reverend Cindy in this moment. You're supposed to speak now.
Am I?
Yes. We can sit down for that.
Okay.
We can sit down.
Are we having a song?
Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine. Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine. Spirit of mine, Spirit divine, let me shine your light. I open my heart, even in the dark. The light of my God always shines bright, even in the night. Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine, reflect the divine. Shine, be glorious, shine, be glorious, reflect the divine, reflect the divine. Spirit of mine, Spirit of mine, Spirit divine, Spirit divine, let me shine your light, let me shine your light. Let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel of love. Sing that with me. Let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel, let me be a vessel of love. I open my heart this miracle day. You see, the love of my God gives me it all the good I can take. Come on. Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine, reflect the divine. Tell her, shine, be glorious, shine, be glorious, reflect the divine, reflect the divine. Spirit of mine, Spirit of mine, Spirit divine, Spirit divine, let me shine your light, let me shine your light. me be a vessel. Let me be a vessel. Let me be a vessel. Let me be a vessel of love. Open your arms up. Come on. Let me be a vessel. Yeah. Let me be a vessel. Let me be a vessel of love. Come on. Let me be a vessel. Let me be a vessel. Sing it with me. Let me be a vessel of love. One more time we sing shine. Shine, be glorious. Reflect the divine. And you do so beautifully. Shine, be glorious. Reflect the divine. Reflect the divine. Spirit of mine, spirit of mine, spirit divine. Let me shine your light. Let me shine your light.
Yeah. Woo! Wow, 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 wow. Whew. Oh my goodness. I didn't prepare my statement. I I didn't know what I was going to want to say exactly, how this was going to feel. I thought I'd be in a puddle of tears. As you've heard, it was kind of a while getting here. This was supposed to happen in 2020, and we know what all happened in 2020. And then I thought, do we really need to do this? I mean, it's already done. And then this guy wouldn't let me, and this guy over there. And then she had her ordination ceremony, Teresa, and it was such a beautiful thing. It was so, so beautiful. And I thought, this is the kind of thing that happens when people die. So if I could do it while I'm alive, let's do that. So I get to really enjoy it, So one of the prompts in peace building that I love, when we do these circles, we come together and we ask people in circle, or we share this prompt, if you really knew me. And then people say, if you really knew me, and they share. So I want to say, if you really knew me, you'd know that I have kind of a love-hate relationship with the stage and being, right, being seen. I'm a minister and I speak for a living, but I'm kind of in that introvert-extrovert kind of thing. And the way I'm able to do it is because it's not about me. It's about what I'm sharing with people, right? It's about that. So it's not about me, and that's why I can get up on stage and I can do this, and because it's really about you. It's about you. It's about each one of you. The other thing that's kind of important to know, I guess, and if you really knew me, you would know that my ministry, I think, really did start when I was a child. And I want to give props to all of my families, my birth family, the people that brought me into being, and Reuben and Sandy, my parents, my uncle, my cousins, the family that brought me into life, and then the family that I gave birth to, that Grady and I brought into the world, my children and my grandchildren. And then my chosen family of the Center for Spiritual Living Community, the ministers and people that I've met in the larger movement. And then there's my peace-building family from River Phoenix and the larger community. All of these families, all of these people I love so greatly. And my ministry did start, really, when I look back on it, when I was a child. I can remember my parents, my mom, sorry, Mom, I'm going to share your story a little bit. My mom was raised, I should have asked her first, right? Too late now. My mom and her brother, my Uncle Ray, spent a lot of time in foster care when they were children. My grandmother was ill, and grandfather was not, was not in the picture. And so they had that experience, and it was not an easy one. And there was always this desire to give back, to do more for others. And so she and my dad get together, and my dad is this rock of stability, and she wanted to have lots of kids, and he said, I think we're only having the two.
And then one day he's walking his beat, which you all know if you know me, if you really knew me, you know I come from a family of cops, right? My dad, my husband, his dad, my son, my daughter, uncles. I mean, it just goes on and on. So dad is at the hospital doing his thing at work, and he sees this baby, this little girl, on one of the floors who had been, who was in the hospital, had some trauma. And he asked what happened to her and found out that she had been horribly abused. Horribly abused. And this became their opportunity to pay back. So my parents started to take in foster children. And the very first one that we had, who became my sister, I can remember sitting in the back seat of the car with this child in my lap who had a broken leg, 18 months old, cigarette burns in her skin, right, hair missing from horrible things that had happened to her. And I realized sitting in that moment, that's probably when my ministry started, was when I brought that, then when I carried that little girl, that 18-month-old baby from the hospital to our home, and my life radically changed. I went from being the princess to now having to share my room and my parents. And it wasn't always fun. It was not always fun. But what I learned from that lesson from my parents was that love and compassion in action. Love in action. It's not just talking about it. It's doing something for those who can't do for themselves, for those who have been beat down a little too much by life. And that's where my ministry started at 7 years old. Fast forward, my own traumas and dramas, walked into the center and found this amazing woman, Reverend Peggy Hostetler, who changed my life, and all of these other amazing people who have come into my world and allow me to be who I am today. Because had I not found this center, I'm not even sure I'd be alive, to be honest with you. This place saved my life. And all I could do was pay it forward, just as the example of my parents. So that's I guess it's my charge to all of you, right? One of the things that we believe in this teaching is that that life is a mirror. That what we see in the world is not so much what it is objectively out there, but more of a reflection of who we are. We see life not as it is. We see life as we are. And that's a beautiful thing to me right now. As I look out at each one of you, and I mean, there are incredible people in this room. Incredible people in this room. And I'm going to invite you, when you're out at the reception later and you're all at dinner, share that little prompt. You know, if you really knew me, like meet somebody new and say, if you really knew me, and share something about yourself, because everyone in here is just amazing and beautiful. And I am who I am because of the people in this room, because of who you are, because of the love and the support and the example that you've all given me. And all I can do is pay it forward. So I have a couple of gifts for you. When you go out there, you'll see them, and it will make sense. And I just thank you all from the bottom of my heart for helping me be my best me. I'm not always my best me, but I feel pretty good right now. And I want you to know it is my greatest, great, wonderful joy to look out at this room and see all of you beautiful people who I love so dearly, and I thank you for loving me and helping me be who I am today. Okay.
Eddie Watkins. go. So I believe before our inspirational reading,
Yes. Yes.
the I fly, correct?
Yes, it will be, right, Richard? Very soon. Okay.
Hey, Dead Air, I just want to say, these are some of my favorite songs that y'all are listening to.
Okay, I think we're online. Thank you, Richard. I let it go. I release the thing I'm clinging to. I release what's holding me, and I'm falling into God's love. I let it be. There's nothing more for me to do, nothing more to say. I'm just falling into God's love. I feel Spirit holding me. It is lifting me on high. I ride on a power I can't see. And on the wings of love I fly. I'm clinging to. I release what's holding me, and I'm falling into God's love. I let it be. There's nothing more for me to do, nothing more to say. I'm just falling into God's love. I feel Spirit holding me. It is lifting me on high. I rise on a power I can't see. And on the wings of love I fly. I don't ask why. I don't need to understand everything. Ooh, and it's by faith I fly, and it's by grace I see. I see. I know. It's all right. I feel Spirit holding me. Oh, and it is lifting me up high. and on the wings of love I fly. On the wings of love I fly. I rise on a power that I can't see. Well, I fly on a power that I can't see. On the wings of love I rise on a power that I can't see. I fly. Thank you.
Breathe. To bring it down just a few notches, we have coming to the podium now to share with you a reading entitled High Resolve, which is a beautiful reading by Reverend Gay Lynn, and she is a unity minister, licensed mental health counselor. So welcome and come on down, or come on up.
It's such a privilege and an honor to be here. And I get to call Cindy girlfriend, because that's what we are to one another. We're friends, dear friends, and we lift one another up in this work, because this work is very challenging. And Howard Thurman knew this. And he said in these wonderful words, the moments of high resolve, keep fresh before me the moments of my high resolve. Despite the dullness and barrenness of the days that pass, if I search with due diligence, I can always find a deposit left by some former radiance. This is that moment of radiance. We're in it. But I had forgotten at the time. It was full-orbed, glorious, resplendent. I was sure that I would never forget in the moment of its fullness. I was sure that it would illumine my path for all the rest of my journey. I had forgotten how easy it is to forget. There was not intent to betray what seemed to so sure at the time. My response was whole and clean and authentic, but little by little, there crept into my life the dust and the grit of the journey. Details, lower level demands, all kinds of cross currents, nothing momentous, nothing overwhelming, nothing flagrant, just wear and tear. If there had been some direct challenge, a clear-cut issue, I would have fought to the end and beyond. In the quietness of this place, surrounded by the all-pervading presence of God, my heart whispers, keep fresh before me the moments of my high resolve. That in fair weather or in foul, in good times or in tempests, in the days when the darkness and the foe are nameless or familiar, I may not forget that to which my life is committed. Keep fresh before me the moments of my high resolve. God bless you, Cindy. And may we do that for each other.
Thank you. That was beautiful. And now we're going to have a closing prayer from Reverend Rodney Gittins, who is the founding minister and senior minister presently at One Love Center for Spiritual Living, Brooklyn, New York.
Congratulations. Congratulations, everyone. What an awesome opportunity. Before the prayer, I just have a question. Are you feeling joy? Are you feeling joy? All right, now we're talking. Now we're talking. That's joy. Joy has been actualized today. Yes, manifested. Everyone is in agreement. Everyone is in alignment. And this is not the ending. It might be an ending prayer, but it's not the ending. It just creates another beginning. So please join me as we go within. As we go within to that high, secret, holy place where we do recognize each and every moment of the higher resolve, where we recognize the joy, we recognize the love, we recognize all that is available to us in every moment. So I am knowing that there's one power, one life that is the life of the divine, that lives this life in, through, and as us, that oversees this wonderful celebration of life, celebration of commitment, the celebration of the shared values that each one has said yes to, that each one gets to make joy happen through them, for themselves, and as each one. So I give thanks for this time together. I give thanks in knowing that this time together builds on itself. It builds on the love and the peace and the joy, actualizing ever more love and peace and joy, making it real. As we go forth from this place, whether we're talking out after the reception, getting to know ourselves and one another, as we move throughout the week and the months and the years, knowing that we jump off from this place, from this time, in recognizing the commitment that Reverend Cindy has made, that we have witnessed, and we also know that it stands for us as well, the commitment that we get to make in our lives to actualize joy, to break molds, to bring circles of our worlds together for a greater good, a greater purpose that we may not even get to visualize yet, but we know that we stand for something great, for something new, for something more than we've already been given. And so I bless each and every one. I bless this wonderful opportunity to move forward from this place with that in mind and in heart. And with this blessing, I simply release this word knowing that good in overflowing measure is the order of this and every day. For this and so much more, I give thanks and allow this word to be the good that is intended to be. And I invite each one to celebrate, to accentuate, to actualize this word, this prayer, by saying that you know it's so, by saying, and so it is, and now it is, right now, even now. Thank you. Bless you. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you everyone so much for coming and celebrating one of my favorite people. And so now we're going to let you loose upon the space. Thank you so much to all our volunteers who have been working diligently over the course of many, many months. And actually, this thing took some time and some thought and lots of hard work and sweat. And here we are, and it's gorgeous out there. So please roam the grounds and just, anytime you see them, just say thank you. Because trust me when I tell you, lots of love went into it. Also, I'd like to point out to you that we are having our 50-50 raffle. If you see something like this around, if you do not have your raffle tickets, guess what? You want to go ahead and just scan it with your phone. We're trying to be good stewards of our planet and just not have as many trees. So that is why we try to do the QR code thing, so hopefully it works. If it doesn't work, let one of us know as well. But we're going to be announcing the winner of that raffle at about 9 o'clock thereabouts when we're eating. Also, in your program, you will notice there's a little envelope with 2 little tickets. One of them is for your drink, and one is for your food from the food truck. We also have dessert that's going to be underneath the tent. Be mindful that if you are not vegan or vegetarian, please do not eat those because they are a limited amount, but we do want to honor those who need that special diet. And is there anything I'm forgetting, Cindy? Oh my gosh, girl, I'm so happy. Oh, you have no idea. You have no idea. Okay, so I would like to bless the food right now. Yes, really, and you're going to lead it. Let's do it. Come on. We're doing it our way. So this was adopted from the Girl Scout family. Yay, Girl Scouts, when our children. And I believe that every time you put something, as a nurse, you put something into your body, consciousness goes with it. And so we are just thankful for everyone who had some hand in what we are about to eat and partake in, especially those who gave their lives so that we may eat, keeping that in mind as well. So y'all ready? It requires a little bit of snapping, y'all. Y'all know it's Samhain, the time of Samhain. So hey, celebrating that Halloween spirit. Da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da. We thank you, God, for giving the things we need for living, the food, the fun, the friendship, the CSL family. Da 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 da, da 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 da. Sweet, da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da. Let's eat. All right. And thank you so much, Eddie Watkins Jr., everybody. And Amy Steinberg tomorrow, y'all. Don't want to miss that. And at this time, I invite the ministers. Yes. So the ministers are going to be walking on out, actually boogieing on out.
Don't you know that you can change your life when you believe? Don't you know that you can change your life when you believe in yourself? When yourself, in yourself, in yourself. Gonna make a miracle when you believe. Gonna make a miracle. I said you're gonna make a miracle when you believe. You're gonna make a miracle. Everything you want, you got. When you believe, you want it, you got it. Everything you want, you got. When you believe, you want it, you got it. In yourself.
Also, just reminding everybody that we do have appetizers in the kitchen. There are plates, cutlery, and appetizers in the kitchen, lovingly prepared for you by our volunteers at CSL Ocala.
Thank you. God bless you, and good night.